Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone who is joining us here on the Emergency Broadcast Network. Please welcome yourselves here to the program. We're glad to be here with you. We're coming to you from the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. We welcome you to our program. As we've been doing in months and years past, we're going to start this program tonight with a salute to the United States of America. I would ask everybody now to please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, would you make welcome, straight from Washington, D.C., the United States Army Corps Quartet.
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Oh, yeah! Come on, folks, let them know it.
America's finest, the United States Army Barbershop Quartet, performing at the Barbershop Quartet Convention in 2015. The host of the convention gave us the Pledge of Allegiance, and we thank them for that. We want to thank all of our men and women in the military, wherever they might be. We appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you for your service. God bless you all. God bless you all, and also our allied military as well. The countries who support the United States, God bless you all. May you all return home safely after your tours of duty end. We appreciate you and honor you tonight. Thank you very much for what you've done. Folks, we have a ton of things to talk about. We came on early tonight, early this afternoon, because I've got a wedding to go to of my stepson, and so we came on the air so as not to mess up their wedding, because we wanted to see them get married today. But I appreciate that you guys being with us as early as we have come tonight. I want to talk specifically about what has happened in Israel. We know that Hamas and Hezbollah have attacked Israel, and their attacks continue. They have not let up their attacks at all. Not at all. The bad thing for them is that they have stoked the ire of most of the free world. Most of the free world is madder than HE double toothpicks. What has gone on now? United States and states flags on public buildings and grounds around the United States and probably around the world at our U.S. embassies have been flying at half-mast this week all across the U.S. Governors across the country have ordered the ceremonial gesture out of respect following the attacks in Israel by Hamas and Hezbollah fighters. We support this. We support this. So far, I'm sad to report Hamas militants have killed more than 1,200 people and injured over 2,700 others after entering Israel on Saturday. While 1,200 people have been killed and around 5,600 wounded since Israel began the bombing of the Gaza Strip. 22 Americans have been killed, and 17 Americans are still missing. And these numbers may be going up, very likely going up in the near future. In recognition of lives lost, multiple state governors made the directive to lower the flags to half-mast. The following states have currently flying their flags at half-mast: Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Texas, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and Wyoming. I praise this effort as out of respect for the people who've been killed. Vicky K is in the chat. She says Governor DeSantis in Florida is sending a plane to pick up people and bring them back to Florida. Ruth St. John says, what's wrong? Ruth, apparently you weren't here just a few minutes ago when I said that 22 Americans have been killed. 17 others are still missing from Israel. It remains to be seen what happens. The death toll and the injury toll and missing toll are likely to go up very high in the next short while. Now, while that's going on, I wanted to play this video that we obtained from Newsweek. This is the Charge d'Affaires in Jerusalem at the United States Embassy. Let me let you hear her narrative.
Stephanie Hallett here, the charge of the U.S. Embassy. I'm here with our senior defense official and defense attaché, Captain Frank Schlereth. We've come down here along the Gaza periphery to bear witness to the atrocities that were committed here on Saturday, and it's really unbelievable. As a mother, and just as a human being, to see and to know what happened here is really important to say that we've been here, we've seen it, and it is evil. And we stand with Israel. All of us, we stand with Israel.
They stand with Israel. A captain in the United States Marine Corps standing next to her. You can see the damage to homes and other buildings there in Jerusalem. In the middle of President Trump's 4-year stint in the White House, he moved the capital of Israel to Jerusalem. And I thought that was perfect. I thought for years that's what it should be. Hamas hates the United States. Hamas hates Israel, and it's said that they're going to destroy the country. Hamas has also said that they're going to destroy the great Satan of the United States. The United States has sent their largest aircraft carrier to the Eastern Mediterranean. It is now on post in the Eastern Med, awaiting orders to bring supplies to Israel and to possibly also participate in the attack on the Gaza Strip. That remains to be seen. We have 2 other flotillas of ships also in the Mediterranean. 2 other aircraft carrier task force. So we have full 3 task force over the Mediterranean right now, giving a show of force there in the Middle East, just to make sure that these other left-wing nuts don't attack the United States and don't attack Israel any further. We thought that Israel would already be launching a ground attack in the Gaza Strip, but they've held off for whatever reason. Now, given what I know about Hamas, the Palestinian state, the Hezbollah fighters, it's not surprising to me to see what has happened. I fear the worst. I really fear the worst. The death toll on both sides is going to skyrocket. Now, before I get talking about this threat that the former head of Hezbollah put out against the entire world, the worldwide Jihad, I want to tell you what is going on here already in the United States and other places around the world. Because Biden and his forces, Biden and the Palestinians, and other people from around the world are being processed in various camps set up by the United Nations. And these camps are training people on how to enter the United States and what they need to do to cause problems once they are here. Let me play this for you. Just a second. This is a UN processing facility in Venezuela. People come here to this processing facility on their way to the United States.
UN refugee camp. We're looking to meet up with Centerfront. We got to actually register, let Centerfront know that we're here. This is Bajo Chiquito. This makes the other camp look like a palace.
¿Dónde entró?
Sí, por aquí entró y ahí
Entró
está.
No
está. Salió, en febrero salió.
¿Cuándo? Oh, en febrero.
Hace mucho, ¿cuándo fue eso?
Oh, ok. Entonces, pero ella puede caminar.
Sí, solo que estaba Ayer estaba muy mala, le dolía mucho la pierna, sentía que se le iba a salir como el tiro.
Oh, ok, entiendo, entiendo.
Is the bullet in there?
Yeah, it's in there. But
Y estaba llorando.
¿pasó en Venezuela?
So
Sí,
this
en Venezuela.
young
No, en
girl,
Venezuela, en Venezuela.
these two girls are connected
Allá
to
le
the other
pasó
gal
eso,
that
en
was
Venezuela, sin
passed
querer
out
le
from heat
dispararon.
exhaustion.
Okay.
She got shot and the
In
bullet
Venezuela.
she got shot in Venezuela and the bullet is still in her leg.
Todavía
She
está
crossed
en
through
el
the Darien Gap with a bullet in her leg.
Me
Y
imagino
nosotros
que
estamos
sí.
haciendo cola
¿Cuántos
ahí.
años tienes? 22, ¿y tú?
23.
23. Wow, jóvenes, jóvenes.
Sí.
Increíble.
23 years old.
Bueno,
Avísame si
ya mi amor.
This is coming to America. And we're getting reports of hospitals in the United States that are filing Chapter 11 and 13 in bankruptcy because they can't afford to treat all of these illegals that are coming in that have no money, no health insurance, and have lots and lots of problems. And so the United States is now funding this in our own medical communities, and the medical facilities like hospitals are going bankrupt because they simply cannot afford it. You are going to see more and more hospitals file bankruptcy and go out of business because they cannot afford to treat the millions of people that are coming across the border that have absolutely nothing to offer.
It just keeps going.
It just keeps
It
going.
keeps going. I've never seen it like this.
Yeah. This makes Las Blancas look like, I mean, Las Blancas looks like a palace compared to this place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay? That's real, guys. This is very, very real. You've seen it here. There's other camps like this that have been set up. It makes this place look like a palace, considering what the other places look like. People living in despair without anything there. We know for a fact what has happened. Other countries, including Palestine, have sent people into this country in the form of sleeper cells. Men ages 18 to 40 have escaped into the United States of America. Escaped. Some of them were processed and released by the United States Border Protection people under Biden's watchful eye. Customs Border Protection's told to process and release them into the country. Today I've seen videos of people walking into this country and they were asked where they're going. Some of them to New York, New Jersey, Washington, Connecticut. Others to Minnesota, Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan, where all of the jihadists live. All of the jihadists, the Muslim jihadists, live in that area. Dearborn, Michigan. And other places such as Arizona, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah. Yes, that's where they're headed. And those were the people that had already gotten here. There's hundreds, if not thousands more headed here. Now, folks, the jihad leader in Palestine had said that there's going to be a worldwide jihad starting tomorrow. I want to just warn all of you. Tomorrow has already come in the Middle East. It's already October 13th in the Middle East. Does anybody have any idea of what may happen? Do you even have a clue as to what is going to be happening? Linda Cummington says they're just waiting for the order to attack. And I believe that's the case. I believe that's the case. I've spoken to Glenn Beck. I've spoken to about 5 other people today. Telling me the same thing I am telling you now. These terrorist camps, the UN processing facilities, are overwhelmed. When the people get off planes in Venezuela and Panama, preparing themselves to come here, before they actually get inside the United States border, they throw their IDs that they had to enter Mexico, Panama, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Venezuela. They had to have their IDs to get into those countries. Once they get down into Mexico, before they enter the United States, they throw those IDs on the ground so nobody will link them with any terrorist people, terrorist groups. But I'm here to tell you, these terrorist groups are already in Panama, Venezuela, and upwards of northern Central America into Mexico, on their way to be pushed into our country here in the United States. They're also going into other countries as well. This is an operation to destroy all of us. They come over the border into Canada. Prime Minister Trudeau allows it and waits for it because he expects it. This is a plan to divide and conquer us, all of us, and to screw with our elections. Biden opened the border to anybody that wanted to come. Right now, there are probably close to 6 million people that have come across the U.S. southern border in the past 3 years. Half of those came in undetected. They're called walk-ins. They got past border security at the southern border and walked right on through. We have no accounting for them. Like I said, this is a plan to screw us all up, to mess with our elections. Biden and the Communist Democrats here in the United States believe that these people will vote for the Democrat Communist Party here in the United States since we let them in. And we're giving them a free ride. We're giving them up to $2,400 a month, free. They don't have to pay taxes for that. The Biden administration is giving them free homes, free cell phones, and paying their bills for them to be here, in hopes that they will vote for Biden and the Democrat Communist Party once they're here. If they can't get the votes they need or cheat easily at the ballot box, then they bring in their own votes. That's what this party does. Now, it's also a good idea to have means to defend ourselves. Just because we're spiritual doesn't mean we are an easy target. I'm urging all of you to have something that you can rely on to defend yourselves. I have told you many times what I have. Yeah, I have an arsenal. And I have everything to back me up. And help others here do the same thing. Carl Smith says it really pisses me off that when we've had our own and our veterans kicked out of homes that they were in. And we are just allowing these illegals to have those shelters, kicking our own people, our own residents, our own veterans out onto the street. That's wrong. And it's happening across our nation. I'm urging our governors to stand up for truth and true liberty, to stop this assault of unlawful people from coming into our country, our cities, our states. You politicians have the power to do that, to help protect us. And I promise you, you governors, you mayors, you town councils, your commissioners, if you help protect us, we will help protect you. But you have to do it legally. Organize yourselves. Put laws into place to help us get rid of these unwanted people. Unwanted. These people have not come into the United States to work in agricultural fields, to help harvest fruit and vegetables. That's not what they've done. They've gotten a free meal ticket from the United States government. And that has to stop, and it has to stop immediately. Now, I told you last night that Palestinian, Hamas, and Hezbollah sheikh has called for a jihad on Friday the 13th. And like I said, it's already Friday the 13th over there in the Middle East. This attack could start at any minute and any hour of the day or night. What I'm going to talk to you about now is your own safety, our own safety, and our security in a dangerous situation. When you find yourself in a dangerous situation, your first priority is to keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe and find ways to meet your personal needs for food, water, shelter, and treatment of any injuries. For example, if children or others depend on you or are with you, you also need to keep them safe and attend to their basic needs as well. If the danger is long-standing, long-lasting, you're also going to need to find ways to maintain your vigilance, your energy, and your clear thinking until the danger is past or if you have moved to a place of greater safety. You need to align yourself with other like-minded people. You might have to do that, and to do that, you'll have other people to be able to put together to sleep on shifts. Some people will work during the night, be up and vigilant at night to protect your group. Others are going to be up during the daylight to protect your group and help your group flourish. Food and water. You need to think about this and think about it very real. You need to stay safe and attend to basic needs. You need to find reliable information about what has happened and is happening. You need to have those AM, FM weather radios. Those AM, FM weather radios. Like this that I'm showing you here. I've shown you this I don't know how many times. It's got to wind up on the side. So you can wind up and have power to listen to what's going on around you in your local area. You also have the ability to listen to the weather, to emergency broadcasts from the government, the federal, state, or local government where you're at, and to be able to hear news from your news stations in your local area. This also has another flashlight on the side. It's got a solar panel up on the top to keep it good and charged. You need to have those things and equipment that you can get your hands on to communicate as well. Nathan Hester's talking about his ham radio. You need to have that. Now, folks, it's not just the United States, it's Canada as well. COCO Betty Zoom says, not really. Are you saying not to let Canadians come to the United States? No, I'm not saying that at all. I have a lot of dear friends in Canada as well. And if they had the chance to come to the United States, I'd urge them to do it. I have a lot of dear friends in Canada. Unfortunately, your Prime Minister won't allow it. And I'm not totally familiar with Canadian American immigration law either. It used to be you could go between the two countries with no problem. But because of the pandemic and this communist state, it's become harder and harder. The only thing I was talking about the borders was the unlawful entry of communist and jihadist terrorists. That has to stop. Like I said, you need to stay safe and take care of your basic needs. Find reliable information about what has happened and is happening now. When someone tells you something, ask where they got the information. Ask them where the information came from. And be cautious about acting on the information from sources that may or may not be trustworthy. You need to vet your information as well as I do. I don't give you any information unless I know it's truthful. It's truthful. I don't want to get anybody upset. I also don't want to put anybody in harm's way. I will never put out any information if I have not vetted it. Find out about ongoing dangers from violence, fire, flooding, unstable buildings, or landmines, for example. How people can get to a place of greater safety, and where and when it is safe to change your location of where you're at. You've got to evaluate all of those things. If you don't, you could end up as a casualty of all this crap. That's why I'm on the air now. I'm trying to give you all the information that I possibly can in case something does happen tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and in through the weekend. Whether anyone you might be able to help needs physical assistance. Whether they need physical assistance or not. You may need to help someone else. Who is available to help you? Who might be available to help you? Neighbors, volunteers, aid organizations. Aid organizations. Is the Red Cross going to be in your neighborhood? They might. You need to consider everything. Catherine Sigurdsson's in Canada says, no one, I have God. Catherine, you may need someone more than just God. God is just a start. You need to really consider getting to know your neighbors and other people that might help you. Think out of the box. Think out of the box. If you're able to change locations, where are you going to go? What steps do you need to take to get the help that you might need to be able to change your location and go to a safer place? Where is the nearest and safest place to get drinking water, food, shelter, and medical care? Where is it safe to go? Where is it not safe to be? What actions or behaviors are unsafe or that might make you a target of violence yourself? You need to think about this. You really need to seriously think about this, brothers and sisters. Now I'm going to get back to one of the things that I started talking to at the beginning of this. You need to attend to your most important needs first, and to the most important needs of anyone who is with you and depends on you. Anyone that might be with you and might depend on you. Your children, your four-legged children as well. Don't leave them on their own. These jihadists have proven that they don't give a flying rat's frosty keister about animals. I saw a jihadist in Israel shoot and kill a person's dog, a family pet. Yes, the family pet was angered by the presence of these jihadists in their house, in their yard. And the jihadist shot and killed the animal, shot the animal 3 times until it couldn't get up again. I'm not going to show this on the program. It was gruesome. I'm telling you this to be able to save your lives. You need to attend to your most important needs first and to the important needs of everyone that is with you, including your four-legged family members. They depend on you. Their needs and your needs might be drinking water, food, shelter and warmth, wound care or medical treatment, sanitation, transportation to a safe place, help in steadying and composing someone so they can get to safety. You need to have a clear head. You need to have a clear, sane mind. When everybody else is losing theirs, you need to keep your mind clean and safe so that you can process the things that you need to do and do those things. Prioritize your most critical needs and the needs of the most vulnerable people who are with you. Less pressing needs can wait. Less pressing needs can wait. Triage means assess the needs. assess the needs. Treat the most important needs first, the secondary needs second, and the less important needs third, fourth, and fifth. Stay alert. Stay vigilant while you remain in danger. Do not give these jihadists the time of day. Stay vigilant while you remain in danger. Pay attention to what is going on around you. Pay attention to what is happening around you. Stay informed of changing risks and new sources of help. You might really need that help. Control fear and panic. Keep your head together when everybody else is losing theirs. Control fear and panic. Don't you get all upset where you can't function. Fear and panic can exhaust you and muddy your thinking. Use grounding techniques and self-calming techniques to steady yourself when you feel panicky. Try several techniques until you find something that works for you. Understanding that when you are in danger and unusually anxious, calming techniques that work for others will also work for you. Those same calming techniques that you've used in the past will still come to your aid when you need them. Think about it. Even if they don't work for you, you might find something else that will. You need to seriously think about this. James Brecka just gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you much, James. I appreciate it. James says situational awareness. Absolutely. Situational awareness is key here. I'm just telling you. I've done a lot of thinking. One of my dear friends from Colorado gave me this information last night. And I put together other information for you here. I've talked about this stuff before. Now we're facing a tremendous upheaval where you may need this information now. That's why we're talking about it now. Understand that when you are in danger and unusually anxious, calming techniques that work for others and might have worked for you in the past, they may or may not be able to work for you now, but you need to find ways to keep yourself calm so that you can be alert and vigilant and be able to take care of the things that you need to do and handle the situations that you're going to find yourself in. You might find strategies that work to steady you one day that don't work the next. Don't give up on those strategies. These are normal experiences in exceptional circumstances. You're going to find out that these are normal experiences in exceptional, irrational circumstances, not signs that their techniques are failing or that you are doing something wrong, because you're not. Try again with a different grounding or calming technique until you find one that works for you. Here are some grounding techniques that I have come up with for myself to help steady me, and I think they'll also help you when you feel panicky, dazed, or out of touch with your own surroundings. This is serious. Think of putting both of your feet on the floor or the ground. If you're able to be in a safe place outside on the ground, put your feet on the ground. Stomp your feet several times. Shift weight and wiggle your toes. Paying attention to the sensations in your toes, in your feet, and in your legs. Press or rub your palms together like this, noticing the pressure and the warmth and the coolness. Noticing the pressure, the warmth, or the coolness and sensations of touch. Touch or pick up a small item that is within reach. Notice its texture and weight. Notice its texture and weight, and whether it's warm or cool. Tap your fingers in your lap. Tap your fingers in your lap. Pay attention to sensations in both your fingers and your lap, and to the rhythm of your tapping. Try alternating left and right taps. Touch something comforting, such as a soft or smooth fabric on your bedding or an item of clothing. Touch is a great sensation. Touch will help you. If you're able to, put your hands in the water. If available, focusing on what it feels like to have parts of your hands in the water. Move your body about by stretching, jumping up and down, walking or even jogging, even if it's only for just a few steps. Pay attention how your body feels as you move, and the sensation as your feet touch the ground. Savor the taste of food or drink in your mouth, or the scent of a spice, an herb, or a bar of soap. Look at an object. Look out at an object and name its color as precisely as you can. Not just red or blue, but maroon, crimson, turquoise, royal blue, and other colors that you might see. Throw up yellow. Yes, I hate that as well. But that's what you have to do. You might also have to play a memory game. Remember as many details as you possibly can about a family member, or a familiar place, or look closely at a photograph. Then turn it over and try to recreate it in your mind with as much detail as you can possibly do. Look at the picture. Look at it very closely. Look for very specific details on that picture, then turn it face down and try to remember all the details that were in that picture. Another way, count backward from 100. Try it by ones, sevens, or even another number. This will give you control of your mind. 100, 103, 93, 86, 79, 72, 65, 58, 51, 44, 37, 30, 23, 17, 10, 7, 0. Consider doing that. Or start with a different number. Things that will help you keep your mind together. Calming techniques to help relax yourself or relax others when you're feeling tense. Breathe deeply and slowly. Place a hand on your belly and feel it move with your breaths. Feel your hand, your palm move with your breaths. Tense, then relax your muscles, one part of your body at a time, moving from your feet up to your neck and shoulders. There's a whole long list of techniques. Not to suggest you use them all, but to at least give you options and let you find ones that work for you, especially when you need them. You also need to take care of your health for energy and have a clean mind. Hurricane Heather says, breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. That is a very, very good idea. You may not be able to follow a normal routine of healthy meals, exercise, and undisturbed sleep, but do the best that you can to take care of your health, especially with the resources and space that may be available to you. Take advantage of every one of these things. Consider your food options and do your best to eat a healthy mix of foods on a regular schedule. Try to keep your meals, boy, I can't talk today. Consider keeping your healthy mix of meals on a regular schedule. Stay hydrated. Make sure you have plenty of water, the cleanest drinking water that is available to you. Get some physical activity together as well, even if it is limited walking or jogging in place, stretching, or even another exercise that is within the area where you're at that is safe for you to do. Get outdoors if you can and get some fresh air and breathe in that fresh air. Oh, how beautiful it smells. Breathe in that fresh air if you can safely do so. The other thing is, and we talked just a little bit about this a few minutes ago, sleep. If you're able to even get a nap, do it when you can. Sleep allows you to concentrate. It allows you to react quickly to new threats and to be able to make sound decisions. If you're with another adult, you might take turns sleeping while you can, while the other remains alert and active. Talk with someone if you can. Talk with someone who is able to steady you and give you emotional strength so that you can think clearly about what you need to do. Someone that might be able to help you, your family members. That's someone who is with you. Or it might be someone you talk to by phone or video conference. It might be a friend or a family member. It might be a professional counselor or someone working with an aid organization. Seek out and accept help for your own sakes and for the sake of your loved ones as well. I've given you a lot of things to think about. I will be back on the air tomorrow evening, unless something else happens, in which case I'll be on the air later tonight or early tomorrow. But I wanted to give you this information so you can think about what you might need to do to help yourself. We don't know when this jihadist or these sleeper cells decide to work their havoc on our society. I wanted to get out here and talk to you and make sure you had the information you need to be safe, to be profitable, and to be healthy. That is the primary job of what we do here at Emergency Management Associates. Now, I've also done some research today showing that YouTube is unsubscribing people from our channel. Make sure you check your subscriptions. If you're not subscribed, resubscribe immediately, and when you do that, click on that little bell icon. There's a little bell icon right next to your subscribe button. Click on subscribe and click on that bell icon. When you click on the bell icon, you're going to come to a drop-down menu of 3 items. Click on the word ALL. That should get you back notified when we come on the air. Think about that. Subscribe to this channel. 25% of the people that watch or listen to this channel are not subscribed. Imagine, if you will, having a better chance to know when we come on the air, to know and have a better chance to watch these videos that we put out, that we expend a lot of energy and time putting together for you. Okay? One of the other things you might need, and it's available to you now, that's our website. Down below this very video here today is a link to our website. You also have a link to our PayPal. You have a link to our Venmo locations. You also have our address that is out in front of you in the banner on your screen today. P.O. Box 422, Valdese, Valdese, North Carolina. Zip code is 28690. We appreciate cards and letters. We really do. Like I said last night, someone sent us a coffee table book of Trump's letters. I really appreciate that. That makes me very happy. A lot of people have also sent support in the form of letters and cards. Got a card from Jane in Indiana. She sent us a card last week with support for us as well. Card says, thinking of you. A beautiful card with a picket fence and a bicycle and sunflowers there in the basket. One of my favorite things. I love sunflowers, I love bicycles, and I even love picket fences. And no, I don't have those here. One of our viewers from Hawaii sent us this. It's a cool card. Sister Gabriella from Hilo sent us this card. Thinking of you today. We showed you this card about a week and a half ago when we got it in the mail. It's a pop-up card. It's really cool. Thankful for you all year long. I really appreciate that. A lot. It means a lot to me. She also sent us some postcards. Some cool postcards. I'll show you a few of them right here. I showed them to you a few weeks ago when we first got them. She sent us a picture of herself and her caregiver. The caregiver is a lady with the red hair. Okay? This was at a place called Rainbow Falls there in Hawaii. Sister Gabriella is an elderly lady who lives over there in Hilo. She sent us a picture of snow on Mauna Kea. That's pretty cool too. This one as well as lava in the area. Okay? This one is fresh lava flowing over there near Kilauea. Okay? And another one of fresh lava flowing over there as well. Really cool. I just wanted to show you those again. One, because Sister Gabriella hadn't seen when we showed them to all of you on our program before. And second, because they're really cool. Folks, I hope that you all remember who you are. I love you. I love everything that you do for us. My dear friend Laura Marie from Oregon is here as well. She sent me this card back in September and I told you about it. She says, I was in Klamath Falls, Oregon a few weeks ago and saw Mount Shasta. It was smoky at the time and I zoomed in with my cell phone camera and took this picture. Took that picture right here. Laura says, I enjoy your broadcasts. They've inspired me to focus on preparedness every day. Thank you, Ron, Mods, and the EMA family. Sincerely, Laura Marie. Thank you so much. She also sent us a little something for our fur babies preparedness as well. I really appreciate that, Laura. Thank you so much. We love you. We love all of you here. Please keep those cards and letters coming. They mean a lot to us. I love you very much. Folks, I hope you have a good night and a better tomorrow. I hope things work out for us. Like I said, I will be keeping close contact with local civilian and military officials around the area. If anything changes, I will let you know as soon as I possibly can. Like I said, I keep these contacts close to my vest, so when it's necessary, they will give me information that we need to put out on the air and share. I hope you have a good night and a better tomorrow. If anything happens tonight, we will be back on the air to share it with you as soon as the information becomes available. Until then, may God be with you. May God direct you. Please pray. Praying will give you strength. Praying will help you keep your mind ready and alert. Prayer will also open up the veil between us and heaven and keep us together. May God be with you until we meet again. We'll see you on the other side. Take care, everybody. God bless.